Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here on YouTube. I appreciate each one of you. Thank you for your patience. In case you didn't know, my name is Keisha. I try to get videos uploaded on YouTube and I also upload on Patreon. That link is below. It's $5 a month. There's only one tier and it's where I share more private stuff. And I feel like most people are not going to pay the $5 a month just to gossip. So maybe they do, I don't know, but I share more personal stuff over there. But tonight, here we are. We're in my bedroom. You're on my bed desk that I absolutely love. And I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but things just kept getting in the way. So some of this stuff I'm going to tell you might be a little outdated by about a week, but that's okay. There's plenty to talk about. Happy Father's Day to any dads watching, or more specifically to any moms doing it on both sides like me. So we didn't really celebrate Father's Day here. I didn't even tell AJ it was Father's Day until after 5 o'clock. I just don't, and I'm not going to talk a lot about Ryan, but Ryan is worse now than what he was when he stayed with me. And so the further I get away from him, the less I want him in our lives. And I sure as hell don't want to celebrate him. And I'll be talking a lot more about him and his antics tomorrow in the Patreon video. But, I just think there's so many moms that do it both, like they're mom and dad. And here AJ is being raised by mostly women. So me, Laura, Brittany, my mom, those are his main influencers, his main caretakers. It's mostly me. And Ryan's just a mess. And I will say that he had been staying kind of far away, which felt amazing. Made me almost have a false sense of security, only to find out he had come to town yesterday, ended up at the bar, and then mad that we're not celebrating him today when he made no attempt to see AJ, no attempt to help with any of AJ's expenses, no attempt whatsoever, just wants, and is constantly trying to blackmail me in different ways. So I had a wonderful weekend, by the way. It is so nice being home and having the house mainly picked up. So when you go work on what I call special projects, you don't have a whole lot of other stuff that you have to do. So I was able to rearrange the bedroom today. I ripped out that, I don't know if I even showed you, I had a corner desk, shaped like an L. I ripped that out and threw it out today. I have the computer on a different table, the desktop, and AJ does tend to use that a lot. But I have moved the bed over to the windows. So I'm sitting on my bed right now. My dresser is directly behind you. Nightstands on each side and beautiful windows all around us. So it's been a wonderful weekend. And to celebrate Father's Day in our house, we celebrated by ordering a pizza, wings, and Oreo bites. And that was Brittany, really. Brittany's like, I want to order you dinner for doing both with AJ. And so she ordered us a wonderful dinner. And by the way, I want to say thank you to anybody and everybody who's reached out publicly or privately about that breakup video I posted. I hope it can be some help. I still think Shallon Lester is the shit. She really is. I credit her for so much. And she's still putting out great videos, still listening to videos about not dating down and just learning. And so I do plan on doing a part 2. I don't know exactly when, but we will work on it. And I'll try to get it up sometime in the next few weeks, maybe. I might wait a little bit longer than that. So here lately I've been carrying this written calendar. Now before I go into any of my calendaring or any of that, I do use Notion. Notion is the number one thing I use, but I still like to have a paper calendar that, and I put it in one of these sleeves that I got at work, and then I can put like other important documents in it for the month. And basically every Sunday I sit down, I look at my expenses, I look at everything that I've spent up till that date and what needs to come out, how the week's gonna run, all of that. It's just easier for me to have a few different sources. So that's what I've been doing in here, is sitting in here working while AJ has been playing. So AJ was gonna have Safety Town on the 17th, but we switched that around because the YMCA is closed for Juneteenth on the 19th. So I took a vacation day for that day, and I don't really know what AJ and I are going to do. It's really weird working at a black owned and run company and not have Juneteenth off. Like, my boss could care less about that. He would tell you there's still work to be done. So AJ is off the screen week at the Y this upcoming week, which I'm sure he will hate. He still tries to take his tablets on Friday. I've stopped fighting him and I let him take it in, and they kind of take over. They're the ones telling him to put it up. So I appreciate that. But Safety Town got moved to the 28th at 9 a.m. So that's a Saturday. It really works out better. I didn't want to miss too much work. We're coming up to the middle of the month when there's lots of tourists to add in and lots of things to do at my job. Also on the 22nd, so a week from today, we will have the third season of The Gilded Age back on Cinemax. Such a good show. It's the last season. They got 1 and 2 up now. If you haven't watched it, watch it and catch up. It was so good. Also, the final Mission Impossible, it had a great week, an opening week when it opened, and I saw a video of Tom Cruise eating popcorn. Like he's rolling dice, he would grab it and he would shake it and pop it in his mouth. It was the most odd thing. There's actually video about it, but they had such a good opening. I definitely want to see it. I love some Mission Impossible. I really do. I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, mainly because of the Scientology, but I mean, he can act. I do really enjoy him. And so I'm anxious for that to come out on Amazon. We were gonna watch the new Minecraft movie. We didn't watch it last week. Like we fell asleep during it. I only rented it. I'd have to rent it again. I might as well just buy it. So we're gonna have to watch that again. But AJ and I both like passed out in that. And I also had watched I don't remember what it was called. It's like the cocaine something on Netflix. It was really good. It was in a different language, so it's sub-captioned. But it's I think like number 3 right now. That was really good. The new movie on Apple with Sweeney. I don't know why I lost her name. Whatever, Sweeney is her last name. And Julianne Moore. It was really good, and it was heartbreaking in a lot of parts. Had one of the British actresses I like in it, and it was really good, but still heartbreaking, but so good. Don't fall asleep. You want to see how it ends because it's brilliant. I love it. I don't know why I can't think of her name right now. I hate it. I hate it. Another thing that's really interested me, and I know so many people probably don't really give a shit, is Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos' wedding. I'm so anxious to see the pictures when it happens. I think she's rather pretty. I mean, I know she's had a lot of work done. I know she likes to like dress for the men, boobs out. But I really do. I like a lot of the stuff she wears. I think she looks absolutely fabulous in it. And I'm so excited about that. I'm also, because like at work, we have my CFO's daughter was in like Miss America and she was Miss Maine. So we've all been keeping up with Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson. She was up there with them at like the Miss Maine. They were up in Maine just like recently for another pageant that Bill attended. Did you guys see that? So I'm super like nosy about that shit. She's dated older men like from the beginning, but like the men in my office are like, we feel bad for Bill Belichick. We feel bad. Something's wrong. I'm not so certain I feel bad for him. I think he's doing exactly what he wants to do. So, I got this cute cup. It's a Dolly cup. I think I got it at like the dollar store. I don't remember. But it was only a few dollars. I like it. It's great for water. I don't know whoever needs another tumbler, but apparently I did. But there's been so much going on. So part of the reason why this video and the Patreon videos are not like bam on time is because I've been so engrossed with the Karen Read retrial, watching her on Emily D. Baker and trying to work while I listen and catch up in the evenings sometimes and listen on lunch. And like, I'm like, Laura, I can't talk. I'm watching this trial. It's so good right now. I can't talk. So it's like consumed me. And, you know, I have thoughts about it. Like, I think the first trial was very explosive and had so much in it that was so good. And so, like, so, I don't want to say exciting, but you had Proctor and you had the real shitty investigation, and you have like the missing dog, like, oh my God. So now obviously many of you already know that the jury has the case. They got it Friday afternoon. They've been home for the weekend. They will come back in and start deliberating tomorrow. I feel like by Tuesday or Wednesday we'll have a verdict. I actually feel like that'd be fast. I'm thinking it might be tomorrow, but who knows? I thought that before. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I'm nervous for her more this time than what I was last time. I don't think she tried to kill him. I don't think they have enough evidence on her. I think that it's a shot in the dark, and the mistrial was just like, just another reason just to keep going, like, you know. And I don't know if there's a big conspiracy as they're stating. I mean, it seems like it, right? It really does. But there's some of it that just doesn't seem like it to me. I hope she's found innocent, and if she's found guilty of anything, drinking and driving. But I think this has went on for so long, even for me, and I love a trial. Like, I have a paralegal degree, I worked for lawyers a lot, but it was exhausting coming up to the end. I think the defense did a great job with their closing statement. I really didn't listen to a whole lot of the prosecutors. I just wasn't interested in it. But let's see what happens. What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think she's going to be found guilty? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. The Diddy trial, like, I just kind of keep up through TMZ, the Daily Mail, but it's pretty sick. But I don't know if it like really goes to human trafficking. I think these women knew what was going on, kept coming back, admitted that they had to, you know, get Buzz to do it, which I understand. But, you know, and I do understand how he would be mean and threatening. Like, Ryan threatens me all the time, like, every day. And to me, that's not still. like a great reason for staying. I don't really want to judge them, but I think they've ran Diddy through enough. Like, I think we all know who he is, what he is, and if I don't see minors in the case, like, I don't see them talking about him doing anything with anybody that's not consensual. Like, we know he's a woman beater. We know all kinds of intimate details that we probably don't want to know. But is it trafficking? I just have trouble with that. I think it's sick, but I don't know if it should be really like criminal. Bryan Kohberger, that trial is a complete mess right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen. It depends on what the judge decides about the evidence being linked to Dateline. I'm hoping that he will just go on and proceed with trial. Like, the families have waited long enough. I think they just keep like throwing out Hail Marys, trying to delay it. Like, that's what Ryan always believed as well, is if you can delay it, it's better. And, you know, they got their alternate suspect theory happening. What? Hold on. Yes, you can get a snack.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And I don't think anybody did it. I think his DNA was like a blessing that they found it. I think he did such a good job because he's a criminologist. He was in school. He really thrived in that area. I think he planned it. I think he went after them girls. I don't think he was expecting like to have the setup where two of the friends were together and then the one girl had her boyfriend. I don't actually think he was expecting hardly any of that. I think he was expecting just the girls. And I think there's so much evidence against him. I think it's going to be a walk in the park for the prosecutor if they do their job right, if they haven't botched the investigation and the evidence, and they do the right thing. Now, I know leaking info to Dateline is not the right thing, but hey, you know, things happen, people talk, people want to know. I know it can mess with the jury, I get all that, but I think enough people know, and I think even if citizens know about some of the theories and some of the evidence, I think that they're still smart enough to work it out for themselves with the evidence that they're shown. So I don't buy the alternate suspect. I don't buy any of that bullshit. I think he's guilty, and I would rather somebody convince me that he's not guilty, because I think it's too late. By the way, on Bobby Bones the other day, there's an app called Bond, and it's called Bond, and it's an app where you can rent a bodyguard for 30 minutes at a time. Couldn't believe it. I envision on bad nights just paying somebody to sit out on my porch. Like, I think it's fabulous. I love it. I want to check into it a little bit more, but I wanted to mention that because I just think it's like the stuff people think of. And speaking of stuff people could think of, I read a story, like, these notes are from like a couple weeks ago, and I read a story about 4 famous psychics all warned about the same thing, World War III. They all warned, and they said that it's not going to be a war of men, it's going to be a war of machines. And today, current news, Daily Mail, World War III being splashed up, missiles and everything going on with Iran. It is a mess, complete mess. I'm just like, you know, like, I wonder how long we will be safe for. Like, I don't know if anybody else thinks about that, but I think about it, and it's like very scary, and anything can happen. And I think it's important to live your life normally, but be cautious and watch your environment. Like, I feel really safe here. I feel like I have fallen asleep, door unlocked, car unlocked. I feel really good where I'm at, but it's not really as safe as what I think it is. Like, anything can happen. So hopefully we can all like watch over each other in some way. The Bond app might help. As somebody, you never know, like, really. Like, I have that false sense of safety with Ryan being like 40 minutes away, but he made it to town very easily. He's back at where he's been at the bar, and you never really know. And I don't really like to think of just the negative stuff. There is tons of good stuff as well happening. Like, there was a cat that escaped the vet, and walked 3 hours home after getting neutered. No owner. He hangs at an apartment complex in like upstate New York. I thought it was such a beautiful story, and he's like, "You're not doing anything else to me." He made it out. He made it back to what he perceives as home, and I loved it. Like, that's a great story, and positivity is something that I'm really trying hard to put into my life. I'm not the most positive person. I am temperamental. I am menopausal. I'm tired a lot, but AJ makes me smile so very much, and I try not to be negative. So just finding joy, finding positive stuff. Like, I don't know, the Pringles man I also learned from Bobby Bones looks like, the little Monopoly guy. He has a different expression for every flavor. Don't know how many of you guys knew that, but I think it's great. Like, I have Pringles somewhere in here. I don't know. AJ had them. They're over there. But he has a different expression for like the pizza flavor and like the barbecue. It's so cute. I did not know that. And by the way, I did film a couple food hauls. One small one, one large one. I think I'm just going to like combine them and share them. And that's a good reason to sign up for Patreon if you're wanting to see food hauls. Because I think probably on Tuesday that should be uploaded. Maybe I'll share it over on YouTube. I don't know. But I'm trying my best to like be careful of what I'm buying, freeze a lot of stuff. I did a little bit of food prep tonight. That's a car too. I did a little bit of food prep tonight, and roasted some chicken thighs and drums. I let it cool. I took the meat off. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it in chicken fried rice or chicken and dumplings. Probably the chicken fried rice. And that'd be a fabulous meal for one night when AJ and I get home. We have been doing a lot better at eating at home, not eating out as much. We had pizza tonight, but I've just been, like I said, trying to be very careful. Like, I could be in Ryan's predicament if I didn't make the right decisions or do the right things. Like, I don't live a big grand life. I don't have a ton of extra money. I don't have a ton of fancy stuff, but we have a good time, and I feel very blessed, very happy, and I think it has to do with doing it on my own, finally getting brave enough, living in peace, which, besides some of his messages, he leaves me alone. He has a warrant for his arrest. If he shows up uninvited and I call the police, he don't really want to run. So he just like avoids us. And I do my very best to be peaceful. The only person I really bicker back and forth with is Brittany. And Brittany is a wonderful person. I love her so much. She is just very opinionated, and she's 23 years old, trying to live her life, and I'm trying to stay to the side and not let that hurt my feelings. I mean, Laura and I were talking about just going with the flow. That's really what you have to do, in my opinion, as your kids get older. Like demanding that they're there for dinner, or demanding this or demanding that, does not work. Like even for holidays, for like Mother's Day, I don't have expectations. Like, I'm not saying like, we have to be at dinner at 6 o'clock, you know, blah, blah, blah. No. I just kind of go with the flow. The kids show up, the kids don't show up, the kids call, the kids don't call, whatever it might be. I just kind of go with the flow, and I try not to let it hurt my feelings, because most of the time it's not meant to. And that's something I've learned a lot here lately. Like, it's not her being her and being gone and just being missing, in my view. Like, I haven't seen her, I don't talk to her very much, but that's not directed at me. That's just how her life is right now. So the importance of going with the flow, it's so important as your kids get older. Like, it's so much easier. There's less disappointments and more happiness and more good moments. My mom is learning to quilt right now, and her husband is in Nigeria working. He travels so much. He's retired from the company he worked at, but he teaches. So I don't know exactly everything he teaches, but he teaches. I managed to send him a little Facebook message for Father's Day today, and they will be up here in a couple weeks, and they'll be hanging out with AJ and spending some days with him and me. So that will be really, really nice. I am just busy working. The upcoming week, besides being off on Thursday, which I wish I could have took off Thursday and Friday. I probably still can. But being off on Thursday is kind of changing things up for us a little bit. But that's okay. We will hopefully do something. I'm not sure what. I was thinking like of a state park or something. So we'll see. AJ is not the most outdoorsy kid, but he's getting better about it. So it's nice to get him out a little bit. I do plan on doing a little more painting. I'm working on miniatures. I want to paint miniatures like that big. Tiny. Oh, I thought I had one over here. But I've been practicing that. I try not to practice while I'm at work. Like if I'm on hold or something, I start just kind of sketching. But I need to practice on that. I've been working on my needlepoint, and I'm just, like I said, going with the flow. I feel really good. I feel like I'm getting adequate sleep. My body hurts quite a bit, and I don't talk a lot about that. I am extremely stiff in the morning. It's hard for me, and I'm not really sure what to do about it. I'm still kind of figuring it out. I still have some tests to go through from my doctor that I've been waiting forever to be scheduled for. But I just kind of make a habit of moving my body. It's the only thing that really seems to work. I think I might have a serious kind of arthritis. I'm not really sure. So I want to be careful saying that. But here comes AJ. We're just getting through summer one day at a time. I hope you're doing well. I'm really anxious for the verdict on that Karen Rude trial. I know she's more anxious than anybody. Sorry about that. AJ was in here, but he is so wound up. His medication, his ADHD medication, has been such a low dose. It's been difficult. It's been almost cruel for him. It's been a little difficult at home trying to harness that energy. We're going to the park, we're exercising some, we're taking walks, but it is really hard to harness that sometimes, especially with a 7-year-old little boy who's already pumped up and excited. He's just happy with life. He is such a happy little boy and such a good little boy. Like, very easy to parent most of the time. But I got him to the doctor. He had gained 2 pounds, so the medication's been shifted. So hopefully soon we'll start seeing AJ kind of mellow out just a little bit and kind of go from there. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's just me kind of just hanging out and talking to you. Put a toner in my hair. I'm a lot happier with it. It was just like almost too white. I'm just trying to keep it at this length. I like this length, and it's easy for me to deal with. And yeah, that is about it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.